In this video, we're going to talk about average cost. If C of X is the cost to produce X items, then the average cost per item is given by the formula C bar of X. So that means the average cost per item is equal to C of X, the total cost to produce those items, divided by X, the number of items. Okay, and as a quick note, as more and more items are produced, the average cost per item usually decreases. Okay, the more items that you produce, the average cost per item typically decreases. Okay, now let's do an example, and this example comes from the previous video. It says, using the previous example on cell phones, find the average cost to produce 600,000 cell phones. Now remember, our formula for C of X was equal to 20x plus 15 million. Okay, we had fixed costs of $15 million, and it cost $20 to produce each additional cell phone. Okay, so what is the average cost to produce 600,000 cell phones? Okay, now let's remember that C bar of X is equal to C of X over X. So what we're really interested in is what is C bar of 600,000. Okay, and that will equal C of 600,000 divided by 600,000. Okay, now what is C of 600,000? Well, let's look at this formula here. It would be 20 times 600,000 plus 15 million. Now 20 times 600,000 is 12 million. Okay, $12 million plus 15 million up here. Okay, so this is C of 600,000. I just put 600,000 in for X, and this is what I got. Okay, well, 12 million plus 15 million, that's 27 million divided by 600,000. So to produce 600,000 cell phones, it costs $27 million. So how much does it cost per cell phone? Okay, what's the average cost per cell phone? It's 27 million divided by 600,000. If you get a calculator out, that's 45. So what that means is the average cost per cell phone is $45. Now remember, it just costs $20 to make each additional cell phone, but you had some fixed costs involved. So we knew this was our final answer here. The average cost was going to be bigger than 20. Okay, it turns out the average cost per cell phone is $45 if you make 600,000 cell phones. Okay, now let's suppose we produce 1,000,000 cell phones. Okay, 1,000,000 cell phones. Now we would expect the average cost per cell phone to be less, and in fact we'll see that is going to be the case. Now remember, C bar of X, the average cost to produce X cell phones, is C of X over X. So the question is, what is C bar of 1,000,000? What's the average cost to produce 1,000,000 cell phones? Okay, it'll be C of 1,000,000 divided by 1,000,000. Okay, we're just plugging in 1,000,000 everywhere we see an X here. Now, C of 1,000,000, you could use our formula that we had, which is up here. C of X is 20X plus 15 million. If you plug in 1,000,000, C of 1,000,000, you'd have 20 million plus 15 million. That's 35 million. In fact, we figured out that exact thing in the last video. C of 1,000,000, it costs $35 million to produce 1,000,000 cell phones. Okay, so 35 million divided by 1,000,000, that will be the average cost per cell phone, and that would be $35. Okay, and notice that's less than the cost to produce 600,000 cell phones. In fact, more and more cell phones you produce, your average costs are going to keep going down. Now, they will never go below $20. Okay, if you produce 10 million cell phones or 100 million cell phones, your cost is going to keep getting down closer and closer to $20. Okay, the cost to produce an additional cell phone is $20, so your average cost will always be at least $20.